Alright, YouTube and Fallout community, so we have a pretty interesting story today. I was trolling through the old internets looking for some Fallout content, and I came across a story about a Fallout cosplayer who got mistaken for, I guess, a masked bomber. We pulled the story from the TorontoSun.com, but it's kind of everywhere, like Kotaku and other websites have already covered this story. What witnesses thought was a man walking around with a bomb on his back Tuesday afternoon turned out to be a video game cosplayer with a bunch of painted Pringles potato chip containers, according to reports. Grand Prairie RCMP say witnesses called in about a man wearing a gas mask and what appeared to be an explosive device on his back around 4:50 p.m. The suspect was then seen going into a business at the Bell Tower Plaza. Police surrounded the area and were able to get staff members out from inside the business before making contact with the man. They determined he was wearing a costume and there was no threat to the public. According to CBC, the man, who was also wearing armor, helmet, and a cartridge belt, was actually dressed as a character from the post-apocalyptic video game series Fallout. He also carried a flag reading New California Republic, which is a federation in the series. The bomb was actually a series of Pringles containers painted silver. I can definitely see how they might have thought this was a bomb. Hal Hune, I think is how you say that, the owner of Lynn's Alterations at the Plaza, told CBC the cosplayer wanted to make alterations to the costume. He was going to take measurements when the RCMP called and asked him to leave. RCMP said the costume demand cooperated and came out of the business, where he was taken into custody without incident. He was later released from custody without criminal charges. I thought this story was wild, though. Like, this shit's crazy. Like, my man's out here just trying to get his cosplay on. He's trying to go over here and get some alterations to his cosplay. And then he gets swarmed by police. People are calling in. There's a mad bomber. He's got bomb on his back. He's wearing a gas mask. It's the craziest thing ever. And then, like, it just turns out he's just a fucking video game nerd. He's just trying to get his cosplay on, and people are freaking the fuck out. I find it kind of funny because cosplaying has been around for a very long time. If you look around the internet, it's been around since at least the early 1900s. But, you know, it kind of picked up in popularity around the 80s or 90s. People have been doing it forever. It's only grown with popularity as time's gone on. And it's just kind of crazy. Like, I've never heard of this happening before. I can almost assume that it has happened before. Like, somebody dressed up in some abstract costume, freaking out a lot of the public, and the cops get called. But I've never personally heard about this happening, so I thought it was just kind of a funny story. And it just happened to be about Fallout, so that made it even better for me. The website cogconnected.com covered this story as well, and along with the article they had this picture, so I'm assuming this is the guy. So I can kind of see why people might be freaked out a little bit because of the flag he was carrying, because I thought it meant he's had it on his person, but he actually was walking around, if this is him, with the flag over his shoulder. So it's a little more alarming because it looks like you're trying to make like a statement or something, or that you stand for some crazy organization, and you're probably about to go on a killing spree or some shit like that. So I can understand why some people were freaked out. Me personally, being a gamer, obviously I would have noticed it right away. And it's crazy that you wouldn't think like somebody around in the public would have known. Like, you think there'd be at least one person who's a fucking Fallout gamer who would understand that. Even somebody on the police force or something, you know? I guess you never can tell. People could dress up in anything before they go on a killing spree. But all the same, you think somebody would have recognized it at some point. So if you're a cosplayer out there, you gotta be careful now, man, because you might freak people out. There's a lot of people that open carry now. There's people that, like, they think everybody's out to get them. So, like, if you walk by somebody looking menacing and they think that you're a threat, they might fucking shoot you on sight. You never know, dude. So be careful out there if you cosplay. Maybe people are giving you weird looks, just maybe before they even try to do anything, be like, hey, I'm a cosplayer. This is a video game thing. Please do not kill me. Anyways, guys, I thought that was a pretty interesting story. Pretty fucking crazy. People don't know what Fallout is as much as we thought they did. If you want to enjoy the video, give it a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel if you guys are new. Follow me on Twitter. Links to my social networks are in the description. And the outro. Later, guys.
Till it comes to conclusions, all the things that we thought we were losing. I'm a ghost and you know this. That's why we broke up in the first place. 'Cause I want you to know